In the far north of Vietnam, there is a place where people still speak of a creature the rest of the world has never known. It does not appear in ancient books or shared Asian folklore. It exists only in local belief, passed quietly through generations. Here, elders tell stories of a being that is neither lion nor cat, yet carries the strength of one and the instinct of the other. During times of drought, when rivers dried and crops failed, the cat lion was said to emerge from the mountain mist, guiding entire villages toward hidden water sources. This is the story of the cat lion of Lang Son, a belief found only in one corner of Vietnam. And this is a sacred trail that leads into the unseen heart of the land. Vietnam, sacred trails. Lang Son lies in northern Vietnam, along the country's rugged borderlands, where limestone mountains rise in endless layers shaped by rain, wind, and time. Between these stone ridges, villages rest quietly in valleys and on hillsides. Wooden stilt houses face rice fields cultivated by generations, fields that follow the rhythm of seasons rather than modern schedules. The land moves slowly here, carrying memory rather than urgency. More than 80% of the people in this region are Tay and Nung. For centuries, their lives have been closely tied to forests, rivers, and soil. In their worldview, land is not merely a physical space. It is a living presence, capable of remembering and responding. In this part of Vietnam, the spiritual world does not exist separately from everyday life. It moves alongside it, quietly shaping how people understand fortune, danger, and balance. The Tay and Nung believe that villages are protected by unseen forces. Earth spirits and land guardians are honored as protectors against disaster, disease, and imbalance. Mountains are not silent backdrops, and rivers are not empty channels. Everything is believed to carry awareness. In such a worldview, animals are not simply creatures. Some become symbols of survival and protection. Among them, the cat holds a special position. In northern Vietnamese villages, the cat is seen as intelligent, alert, and adaptable. It moves easily between darkness and shelter, sensing danger before it arrives. Though it lives close to humans, it never loses its wild awareness. When this instinct is combined with the imagined power of the lion, a creature not native to Vietnam, but known symbolically as a ruler of strength, a new guardian is formed. This is how the cat lion came into being, not as a shared myth across Asia, but as a belief shaped by one land, one landscape, and one way of understanding the world. Even within Vietnam, this figure belongs only to Lang Son. In this land, culture does not exist to perform. It exists to protect. The origin of the cat lion is not recorded in written history. It survives through oral tradition, passed from elders to younger generations within Tay and Nung communities of northern Vietnam. Long ago, during a severe drought, life in the mountains faced collapse. Water disappeared, fields cracked, and hunger followed. Entire villages stood on the edge of abandonment. According to local belief, an unlikely alliance formed during this time. A human, a tiger transformed into a cat lion, and a pair of monkeys. Together they crossed forests and mountains in search of water. Their journey was dangerous and exhausting, but eventually they reached a fertile land where streams flowed continuously and rivers restored life to the soil. There, they settled and built villages that would later become part of today's Lang Son. The cat-lion dance was born from this story, not as entertainment, but as remembrance. Each movement reflects unity, endurance, and gratitude toward nature. This belief has never spread beyond its place of origin. Outside of Lang Son and outside of Vietnam, the cat lion does not exist. At the heart of this ritual stands the cat lion mask. Each mask is crafted using clay, bamboo, traditional paper, and materials gathered from the surrounding environment. Painted in strong colors, red, black, blue, and yellow, the face appears both fierce and playful. Large eyes suggest awareness, while the wide mouth gives the impression of breath and life. The form balances the strength of a lion with the agility of a cat, creating a figure that feels both familiar and otherworldly. In Con Pho village of Mai Pha commune, an elderly artisan named Hoang Chung continues this tradition. Born in Van Lang district, he began following village elders to festivals as a teenager, learning the rhythms and movements of the cat-lion dance. Later, he became a performer himself before apprenticing under Nong Xuan Quyen, the most respected cat-lion mask maker of his generation in northern Vietnam. After retiring from decades of work in education and cultural preservation, Mr. Chung devoted himself entirely to mask making. Each mask takes nearly 30 days to complete, from selecting and kneading clay to shaping, drying, and hand-painting intricate details. Villagers believe his masks carry presence rather than decoration. Now in his late 70s, with weakening eyesight and unsteady hands, he continues to work daily. More than 30 apprentices have learned from him, ensuring the belief does not end with one generation. A cat-lion troupe usually consists of 8 to 16 performers, each playing a role defined by ritual rather than performance. The dancer inside the cat-lion head must be physically strong and highly controlled, capable of guiding every movement of the creature. Others portray monkeys, masked figures, or warriors holding traditional weapons, creating a moving ritual landscape rooted in belief. The dance combines martial movements with symbolic gestures that reflect local values. Sequences such as walking the sacred path, honoring ancestors, and praying for prosperity are understood deeply within the community. The most dangerous moments involve leaping through fire or performing atop sharp blades, acts that test courage and trust rather than skill alone. A single performance lasts only 7 minutes, yet it represents months of preparation. Drums, gongs, and cymbals guide every movement, each beat carrying meaning. Before any performance begins, permission is sought from village elders and land spirits. This is not staged for outsiders. It is performed for the land and for protection. People believe the cat lion can drive away illness, ward off misfortune, and restore balance between the visible and unseen worlds. Inviting the cat lion into one's home remains an act of faith in rural Langson today. Despite modernization and migration, this ritual continues quietly, unchanged in its purpose. As sunlight fades across the limestone mountains of northern Vietnam, the sound of drums echoes once more through the valleys of Lang Son. The cat lion appears again, not as a spectacle, but as a presence that has never truly left. In a world where traditions are often reshaped for audiences and performances, this belief remains unchanged. It is not practiced to be seen. It is practiced to protect. The cat lion does not belong to stages or festivals alone, but to villages, homes, and the quiet faith of the people who continue to believe in it. This ritual does not travel far. It does not seek recognition beyond its homeland. Outside of this land, the cat lion is unknown, and that is precisely why it has survived. Some traditions endure not because they are written down, but because they are lived. They are carried in memory, in movement, and in silence. They remain because the land remembers them, and the people choose not to let them go. In Lang Son, Vietnam, the cat lion still walks beside the people, guarding their villages and carrying the memory of generations before them. This is not folklore shared across Asia. This belief belongs to one corner of Vietnam, and nowhere else.